Due to errors during processing, the following tape may have auditory and visual distortions. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause.
Hello, welcome to the research department of Project.0. Here we dedicate our work into the mystery of the live series of performances known as, well, Channel Zero. We've all probably heard of the madman entertainer who pushed themselves too far for the audience in our morning newspaper, if anyone even reads those anymore. But here at Project.0, we take it upon ourselves to conduct more investigation on this case. In today's recording, we'll be introducing the subjects of our research. Here we have the aforementioned entertainer. It turns out they are still alive. I wouldn't say they're well, but alive. When we reached out to them, they specified they wish to remain unnamed, so we will be referring to them as one of the entities. But please try to be respectful, as they are still a human being. We did a couple of meetings with them beforehand, and they agreed to let us have as much information as they're comfortable enough to give, which did lead to us having to use alternative methods to gather info, which we'll be discussing later on. Now, would you please take the stage?
We've actually talked to this one a few times, and it was a pain in the...
Good God, could you have some decency? We're trying to maintain a professional work environment.
It's quite literally just the three of us if you exclude the chief. Does it really matter that much?
Can both of you just shut up? Just let me do this. Okay, so 10, or Ox, has a very energetic demeanor. Honestly, probably the most optimistic out of the three. What do we call them? Robots? Yeah, something like that. Kind of your run-of-the-mill, naive, loud, annoying, talkative type of guy who would probably be fun to hang out with if you had too many drinks. Like, seriously, it talks like it was programmed to constantly confuse you with these obscure, cryptic anagrams, and it kept going on about some sort of, I don't know, rat rubber room? I can still hear it echoing in my ears. Honestly, it was still kind of fun to talk to this guy. Definitely better than the other two.
Anomaly 0, was, in my opinion, a delight to work with. When interviewed, it remained on track and stayed cooperative, although it seems to be against the idea of proper communication, as most of the time it would just give a nod or a simple groan. According to Entity 0, it gained its anomaly title after malfunctioning and gaining total awareness of its situation. Due to this, it had to be demoted from being one of the performers to a janitor. Its current job at Channel Zero facilities is to help dispose of the failed animatronics. Apparently, having something with such high awareness could lead to major inconveniences during shows. I've also found out that it is incredibly distant from the other subjects, but seems to be most familiar with Anomaly 1.
Holy
Okay,
shit,
General,
this one!
please,
This was the
guys,
one! I wanted to kill it so bad! Seriously, it is such a freak, just looking at it felt gross!
Okay, honey, calm down.
Right, okay, sorry, it's just... Okay, fine, whatever, go, say your thing.
Okay, so, you can probably tell that that one was not great. It's like if anomalies, I supposed to call it M, right? Had a complete polar opposite. It was super eccentric and would just stare into your eyes and speak in a certain way. The best way I can describe it is like if I had some sort of built-in reverb in its voice box and used these long, fancy words. I don't know, it was weird. Anyway, onto the actual important details. The notes say here, this guy had a psychotic malfunction, and I kid you not, killed and literally sewed pieces of another robot, specifically the prototype directly before Entity 10, onto itself. Delightful. And we just happened to be at the special little science babes who had to be stuck in a room with this thing for a good, what, 2 hours?
The what?
Yeah, shocker, I know. But let's move on from that. Despite, well, everything, it apparently has some weird relationship with M, if I recall correctly, which I'm assuming is incredibly one-sided.
You have made it to the end of this recording.